बरं वाटतंय तर सकाळी खूप पोट दुखत होतं आणि मग काळं ब्लड येतं म्हणजे काय? तुला डॉक्टरकडे जायचं का जावंसं का वाटलं? किती लांब राहते मामी? क्लिनिक किती? ठीक आहे बस अभ्यासाला त्याच्यामध्ये आराम कर, कामात बस, अभ्यास कर, फ्रेश ठेवा आणि तुला जे वाटत राहतं ते नाही मी तुझ्यावरती ट्रस्ट करतो अशी काही गरज नाही. मी नुसते पाय खेचतो त्या सगळ्याचा विचार न करता शांतपणे अभ्यासाला बस. तुला माहिती नाही अशी पाय खेचत राहतात अर्थ नाही घेत सिरियसली पण चिल आहे. मी सॉरी तुला इरिटेट व्हायची गोष्ट बोलल्या प्लीज अंडरस्टँड मी ती पाय खेचतो असं काही ट्रस्ट होते. शांत हो आता
माउस पॅड खरीदना होगा
है ना. आजचा दिवस थोडासा मागे पुढे गेला. ठीक आहे आता कर सिन्सिअरली एवढा असं विचार अजिबात नको येऊ दे की अरे बाबा गेला.
Omen, shall we see who can quick? Little competition.
पुढचा घालवायचा का नाही आपल्याला
लाउडस्पीकर पे चल रहा है
शांत
क्या
कुछ
थोड्या वेळात बसतो.
अगर अभी आए तो जिंदा वापस नहीं जाएंगे क्या
बोलू लागते कर राहते
सिल्वर में कब से डर लगा
No
रोमन आजा
charges.
हेलो
Rotating.
2 है 3 है
Cover going out.
Spike planted.
भाई क्या
वो खत्म होने दे.
Last
Under है
player
शायद.
standing.
एक नीचे था शायद
राइट 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 राइट
साइड में चढ़ रहा है.
Shadows traveling.
नाइस
नको मालूम बस
नाल कौन बोल रहा है?
Mistake
माय बैड नको मालूम
अरे वो
Very
ये वाला ऐड यार इसको
माय बैड नको मालूम था उस सामने आ गया तो छूते जैसा गन लेके घुसा नहीं तो ऐसे मर गया.
अरे मैं छुप के बैठ
revealing area.
एक
Rotating.
alright the
Guys, good afternoon and welcome again to this lecture on strategy simulation debrief, which is the back bay battery simulation.
Stealing sight.
Spike planted.
Yes, request you to please keep your cameras on, guys. Just make the interactions better. Mics off unless you want to make a contribution or you have a question during the class sessions. Today the session is going to talk about the simulation, how you want to do it, what you want to do, with some tips and tools, which is what you will do when you do your practice rounds and your rounds. When you come back again, we will be talking about
Last player
any difficulties,
standing.
any
One
challenges
enemy
you face
remaining.
in decision making. That is what we'll do, and we'll also at the end talk about your final debrief in terms of what went good and what went wrong as learning lessons. So the learning lessons that we'll put in as your final is something that we'll discuss also in our session. So kind of you will be able to align that activity better. There are two strategic techniques that I want us to talk about. One is the pestle analysis, and the other one is the SWOT analysis. We did mention these two as internal, external strategic tools last week. We will be doing this if we get the time today, one of them, and one more to look at the strategic overview, where we talk about Apple as a brand, the other one there. Both these are important. We will be using this in its various formats when you look at the data, and also you'll be using this obviously when you look at strategy at your workplace or in the future for sure. So let's move on. Any questions before we start off? How many of you attended last
Spike
week's session
planted.
on overview internal external factors?
KJ 64 से जाऊँ तो
Okay. Good. Any questions today? So last week, what did we do? Which of the techniques did we do? Micro or Porter's 5 forces?
One enemy remaining.
Issues का
Yes, Jay.
Last player standing.
मैंने 4 अरे मैंने सैचल छोड़ा वो पता कैसे
वो टाइम लेता है
तेरा सैचल इस साइड था
अरे यार मुझे लगा ऊपर चल कौन सा है ये
Those
कौन सा
fools
है
just wasted their advantage.
अभी वाली है
अरे मैं
इसमें वैंडल भी है ना वैंडल और फ्रंट
अबे देना फिर दे रहा हूं वापस से
वैंडल और फैंटम ही
और
So which one did we do last week? We did Porter's 5 forces, right? And BCG, if I'm not mistaken.
मर रहा हूँ हर
मैं
बार
सुसाइड मिशन पे जा रहा हूं मैं सुसाइड
ओके
ये नहीं है
Cover going out.
And BCG, okay.
Shadows traveling.
Cool. And only BCG or BCG and Porters too? And okay. So no, we discussed all these frameworks. That's correct. But what are the exercises that we did in class? I think BCG and Porters.
Yes, micro, BCG, and product life cycle.
Micro, BCG, product life cycle. Okay.
Yeah.
And Porters also? Also we did four of them.
Yeah, we didn't do Porters in the exercise. So.
So we did 3 of them. BCG, PLC, and what did you guys do?
Yeah, yes.
Yep.
Okay, of course I haven't gone through
Spike
this,
planted.
No, that is what I just told you.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah, this is exactly
One
what I
enemy
said.
remaining.
So you are the president of whatever Back Bay Batteries, AGM is your flagship product. Super capacitors is what you want to do. Your primary markets are automotive, whatever warehousing. So this is basically information. Please go ahead.
Let's click on start now.
Yes. Okay.
Shot done.
Last player standing.
जा
This is less than ideal. They didn't.
So what it
actually
says
think
is that of course
would work.
supercapacitor had some fail, which is again flattish,
Sorry, ear's still ringing.
and
And why is
Again,
it
from-
flattish? Look at the years that it is. Yep, just drag that sale by product and it broadens ahead, right? But right now it's going to be flat.
Correct. It is just year 1 and year 2. So it is
Correct.
flattish.
And these are your practice years. Okay. So you can drag and drop based on the decisions that you want to take. That's basically what Jayesh is trying to do here.
Brought down and this is the sales variance. The AGM is 30.9, wherein supercapacitor is 11.7. It's a variance. What it means is that higher the variance is bad thing. So this is very risky.
At this point of time, yes.
Right.
So basically, what you estimate and what you're getting is low for supercapacitors. What you're estimating and what you're getting is more for the AGMs.
Right.
65.
Under.
I believe this is a feature, is it? Thermal discharge.
Yes, discharges are feature.
Last player standing.
All these are decisions that you'll have to make, guys, on how much you want to invest in which of these features. There are actually 5 of them, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I believe the investment was for AGM of around 6 million.
Yeah, that is what they did. But going forward, will you still continue with this, or will you do
Spike
something
planted.
else?
Yeah.
Energy density, recharge cycles, recharge time, and process improvements.
Yeah, just to come back on this sale variance, isn't it that for
The enemy only looks
supercapacitor the sale
composed.
variance is better
Their
than
heart's
the...
still a different.
So, go down, just...
बोल ना.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying 31% approximately is the sale variance, you know? Okay, you mean... Okay, got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a drop?
Go down. And just go down. Just quickly look at this. And then you have the R&D investments where you will go in the investments and try and click how much you want to invest. The decisions. So go down.
Yeah, so this is the AGM and supercapacitor. I'm at the peak bottom.
Okay.
So year 0 and year 2 post. The revenue of AGM has gone up. Profits has gone up. Unit cost has gone down. That means that my investment was useful.
Yes.
Cost price has kept the same. That was for AGM. There is a supercapacitor. The revenue has gone up. Profits have returned. They were negative 25, now they've come negative 20.
Right.
Unit cost has reduced.
Last player
as the
standing.
price has reduced.
So now, like we are selling supercapacitor in loss.
Act on my intel.
Correct.
Yeah,
As of now.
correct.
As of now.
Which is your starting, correct? But eventually it won't. Eventually your AGM will die out.
Okay. Shall I move to the R&D?
Yeah, sorry, just one query. Even the first couple of years, the supercapacitor was doing revenue compared to the AGM. So, though we are saying that in the other graphical presentation, the profit is going to start after 5 or 6 years, but the revenue is still coming from the first year itself.
I believe so. But if you see here, right, the revenue 5.96
Down A.
0.69 and 7.48. It is a flattish revenue, but there is a revenue.
You disappoint me.
But again, I believe the big deal is that we want accumulative revenue growth as well. So at least as of now, the supercapacitor is not giving revenue growth. It is giving us flattish revenue.
And remember, right now on rounded top, he's in the analyze tab. He's in the analyze
I'm on
area.
dashboard.
Yeah, and therefore you're seeing all of this. Yeah, when you say
Spike
prepare,
planted.
he'll be able to work with your decisions. So it brought you back into analyze only.
Decide it.
Where is your tutorial here on it? In case you want to see the tutorial. No, it said something earlier to me.
Last player standing.
So this is, I believe, the tutorial. I'll click on next. Let's see what does it go. Yeah. So simulation is divided into analysis and design.
One enemy remaining.
Prepare to about
The
that.
tutorial, okay,
Yeah.
the tutorial is usually at the bottom of the prepare page. Can you see that, please?
See, I clicked on
is
this. When I
worth
clicked on these 3 dots, right? I
It's
came
mine.
here. So this is a tutorial.
Never good to defend it.
This is a tutorial now.
Oh, this is okay. You clicked on the 3
shall I
dots on the prepare page, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Earlier it used to be a different page.
don't treat
Okay,
that
fair
as
enough,
well.
alright.
Yeah. So we are into tutorial now.
Okay. So then you can, highly advise that you go to the tutorial and then you move on to the actual things that you want to take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
Menus on the top. So these are the menus.
Revealing area.
Says that the unit cell shows.
You can see like as a graph, as a data also.
Rotating.
Give us graph.
Yeah, here we can do that. I think it is tutorial, hence it is not predicted
Yeah.
selection. But
You know,
can
it is
choose
only
it.
information. Yeah, correct.
One. Here we go.
Then this shows each battery technology compares, which just shows how each battery technology compare decides in all 3 markets.
When you go into your decide page,
Spike
that's
planted.
when you will be able to enter your decisions.
Shadows traveling.
Okay. So you're still in tutorial, is it?
I'm still in tutorial, so this
Okay,
is
fair
like
enough.
7
Yeah.
of 16.
Yeah. So it takes you to all of them. You can go back and forth. You can come back later on and go back out of this.
Yeah, so now I'm just exiting out of it and I go back here. It allows me to go to tutorial.
Go to it.
again.
Correct. Correct.
Cover going out.
Fire in the hole!
Multiple enemies A.
One enemy remaining.
You will analyze and have a good read.
Last player standing. Clutch.
Graphs, data, view, whatever.
Timing हो गया time cross
And then this is your playing game.
Yeah, this is my decide page. So what I get to decide is now.
Now, do you want to continue with self-discharge or do you want to do into other features? And that's the decision you will make here.
Correct.
Mind you, there are 2 decisions. For AGM also you got to decide, and for super capacitors also you have to decide.
Right, so I think we have selected self-discharge of 6 million here.
Yeah, that was the original one. It comes to you with
Correct.
that.
Spike
You want
down,
to change
mid.
it, and now is the time to discuss
Reloading.
whatever you want to do. Now, guys, a good strategy would also be, usually it helps. In your practice round 1, you
Reloading.
can practice it with like-minded colleagues of yours. You decide who's
You will
like-minded
not
for you.
kill my ally.
Then in that process, you can discuss, these
Spike
things. The
down
more you
A.
discuss, the better it gets. Or you can discuss, go back into your round and come back and discuss, and then the more you discuss, the better it is. Do it individually because it's individual, but discuss, and then
One
when you
enemy
come back
remaining.
next week, come back with a lot of, lot of do's and lot of don'ts.
Yeah. What I can think of is that. So what I was thinking that at least we can like some of us, the like-minded people, can do the first round individually to get a feel of it, so that we have a viewpoint of.
Reloading.
Right.
My ultimate is ready.
Do you have due time to run?
Trust me, they will
No,
make mistakes.
guys, actually you'll
When
have to
they
just
do,
run on your own, my
take
friend,
advantage.
and that is what we're just taking you through it, and then it's better that you run on your own based on everything that we've discussed. Because if we run it, I feel that's too much of hand-holding. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
essentially
sorry.
the decision. Go on, sorry.
Sorry, just a minute. Here our input would just be R&D investment, right?
Right. Correct.
Nothing else.
No.
Going out.
And
Just
is they have given us a limit for the total spend. So like for
You should run.
example, here you have 11 million and you have to divide this 11 million.
Yes, into 2.
into two between the
One
two
enemy
tracks,
remaining.
and
Spike
you
down
can
A.
reduce the self-discharge
left to me.
investment or increase whatever. So
Correct. Where did you see 11 million?
next to R&D investment, there's a bracket mentioning there a total spend not to exceed 11 million.
Okay. I was looking at the total. Yeah, correct. Absolutely.
Found
Correct.
them.
Yeah, it is allowing me to change the forecast. What does it mean?
Okay. Now, what does it say? Now, first you will look at your
Gun
3-year
here.
forecast. Now, this is 20 million and this is 7 million. You want to make it more or less is what you can do.
But how does it impact? I'm trying to understand.
No, first I would not go that route first. First I will do a logic and spend my R&D investments wisely.
One more question, like if
And-
I
and-
invest lower in this year, I will rip the lights 10 million.
The R&D?
Can I get in R&D
For
let's say
super
I-
capacitor?
Yeah. Maybe, so my question is, it will not exceed 11 million. So my question is, if I invest lower amount this year, can I get the same amount added to the next year, or it will be remain stable? Like 11 million is the cap.
No, you have to spend all of that now, and based on your spend effectiveness, you will get your budgets allocated for next round.
Yeah, I believe what sir told some time back is that our budgets are based on the revenue, some percentage of revenue, and this is not getting carried forward.
One enemy
And
remaining.
that is based on the how good you did your decision. Okay. So one more time, again I repeat, now that you see R&D, spend wisely
Scanning ahead.
between AGM and
Found them.
super capacitor. And wisely means spend what is relevant, don't overdo it.
Reloading.
Do you want
Last
to
round
spend
before the
over
switch.
the next 5 years, or do you want to spend everything in the next 1 or 2 years? That is the call we have to take also.
वो अपनी मौलिका की उसका चल रहा है
Okay.
Which you maintain 8 margin.
Sorry, we also have an input for unit price and forecast. So should we keep that constant for the first round and only
Yeah, for the
decide
first round, keep it constant. One rule that I would like to say is do not reduce price to increase market share. That is old school. The simulation will also not help you with that. But if you maintain pricing, you're building value. So build value, don't reduce price.
Fire in the hole!
Yeah, I think that's a generic
Enemy
statement which is true. It is only to deal with the temporary.
Because a lot of people
Spike
after this
down,
also
B.
what they do is they reduce pricing. And if they reduce pricing, they've still got fired because their sales revenue has been way off to what it was, and they've reduced. After a while, they will get reduced impact on the price reduction. So that is what I would like to say.
You will
Because
not
when you
kill
build
my allies.
your strategy, you must build on value, and
Scanning
gone are the
ahead.
days when you will lower
Teleport's
price.
ready.
But we also have forecast about the
Be
unit.
entering, Gobi.
Of course. So
That
my-
impacts
my-
that.
Yes,
30
yes.
seconds
So
left.
therefore it will impact it. So don't reduce price to
Spike
increase it.
planted.
But I can change my forecast because your revenue depends on the forecast. So why we should not play around with the forecast?
Yeah, but then focus may not be relevant because
Last player standing.
already are okay. This is what you want. This is all what you want. Ultimately, when you run it, churn it, you may not get what you want.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is the output
Switching
you will get
sides.
once you run this.
Quick aim. Zenfire.
Because at the back end, you're going to look at this is my forecast, these are my R&D expense. Suppose my sales forecast is 20 point whatever million, and I have spent all 11 million in year 1 itself. Okay, and my unit price has been extremely high in year 1. I may not get 20 million.
But this 11 million should be for the current year, not for all the 5 years.
Yeah, so if I spend the entire 11 million and I spend it on, say, super capacitor.
them out.
I'm
So
planting
you have to
the
do it
make
wisely
sound.
also, no?
So one question, sir. Broadly, I think rightfully they are asking that, hey, what is the strategy? What is your thought process? Are you really going for market penetration, or what is that you are achieving? Should we be taking notes for that and accordingly acting upon?
Yes, of course. And when you submit your
Come
final
be planting,
presentations or
come
whatever
be
you're
get back.
submitting final, while the decisions are very straightforward, I want you to write your logic also, because for me, logic is more important than the decision. The rationale.
Yeah.
And that is where we say, what is my strategy?
One enemy remaining.
So this is only it, no, for your decisions. This is what you want to decide on.
If you are not doing well,
decide,
keep
please.
trying.
Yeah.
That's where you're good. This is it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it. This
Correct.
is it.
And describe it. It's giving you space also, guys. What I spoke about, it's telling you what your strategy is. So write it.
In a commitment, 3 guys make sound.
Otherwise, it's not going to let you go ahead. And
So
whatever assumptions you made, these bullet points here.
No good
But each round
fine.
here will be for four times running, right? Because we are in year 2, so 3,
Correct.
4, 5, 6. If I'm
Yeah.
right.
And how many total? I think 9 or 10 rounds, if I'm not wrong.
Go, let's
I
rush.
don't-
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's rush.
9 or 10
Go.
rounds.
B.
5 for the practice. What they have mentioned is 5.
Yeah, first 5 for
Start
practice,
running.
and therefore the balance is for your balance 5 rounds or whatever.
Correct.
Now, this is the in your
Planting,
practice
come be,
round,
get back.
you are set at easy.
Planting, come be, get back.
When you are going to do your real rounds, the simulation will go to intermediate, not difficult but intermediate level. So it is going to change a bit.
Shadows traveling. Cover going
Okay. Thank you. That's a good tip.
One enemy remaining.
Here, already 2 has been done, right? So year 2 is done. So year 3 onwards we'll have 2, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So you get
Correct.
3 rounds of practice, no?
Okay. Who's got this?
So 3 rounds of practice and then 5 rounds of original.
Okay, which gun to pick this time?
Correct?
Sorry to differ. I think what they mentioned the mail upgrade is 5 rounds of practice.
5 no, the 2 rounds are already done, so 3 more rounds of practice.
No, sir. I think what they are saying is that
one run.
yeah.
You need to run from year 4 to year 3 to 10. That is one run. I think.
Correct.
Goblin is an goblin.
Correct. That's what I understand. So
Okay.
Each run, right? Year 3 to year 10 will become 1 round. So we have 5 rounds.
Now this guys, just read and come back to me the next time better, because I have also had this confusion many a time. Unfortunately,
Last
when
player
I
standing.
got cleared, it was late,
Spike
but
down
I
A.
also look into my sheets when I get access. What is the story of round 1? Because it's not there clearly mentioned. Practice rounds are all okay. How many final rounds do you have? 5 rounds?
correct. 5 final rounds.
5 final rounds, yeah.
Yeah, but I think, sir, what we are saying is that this
Enemies
year,
close.
right, 1
Eyes
to
up.
10, it's one set of all of them constitute 1 round. So we will have 5 such rounds. So what it means
So
is that
50.
correct 50 years.
This is what I just confirm to me next time, yeah. Because I have a little confusion. I will also check, but we will confirm this piece. Okay. Anyway.
Also, one
Let's
last
make
thing
some
is
chaos.
when I saw the results for the peers who played it, I think what they are showing is the cumulative profit as
Yes.
the aging and not the cumulative revenue. So if you
No,
can
but if you for you what you'll get measured on is cumulative revenue. They've categorically spelled it out.
Spike down. Defender spawn.
I think it is like our marketing
Fire in the hole!
I think it's similar to that. So I think, yeah, 10 here, it is 1 round.
So you've done simulations in which other sense?
One enemy remaining.
No, sorry, supply chain.
Marketing
Supply chain and
Supply chain. Marketing was
Let
what?
us see what they have planned
Marker
for us.
motion.
Marker motion.
Marker motion.
So was it like marketing analytics?
Yeah, it is the same kind of like you'll have to decide, analyze.
Okay. No. The simulation was what? Customer analytics or market analytics?
Market analytics more.
Market analytics, yeah. So a lot of what rules you use there, you have to just discuss that at the corporate level now.
Let us hunt.
With strategy coming in. Right. Good.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling.
What is the maximum you have seen in the previous
It was not very clear.
Reloading.
Okay, so what is the maximum what do you call it? The maximum revenue you have seen in the previous package?
I have seen about I have seen around 1400, 1500, 1600 also.
600 million.
1600 is your final revenue.
Oh,
Yeah. As cumulative revenue.
One enemy remaining.
Whatever is the currency, that is you can decide. But that's the total score that I've seen.
I think that's in million, right?
Yeah, whatever that is, yeah, that's irrelevant as long as the score is there because it comes to you. But the average that I've seen quite a lot is between 800 and 700. And about 20% of the things I've seen is a negative revenue, so they're a loss.
Oh, okay. Negative revenue also.
Yes.
Last player standing.
क्रॉस में थे ना हम?
Okay.
नहीं.
Oh, I can. Year 2. Year 10, yeah. Okay. No, I will confirm this.
Ultimate is ready.
Anything else, guys?
Shadows
So please remember our
Anyone have
thinking
any
when you
spins?
start
I may have
your
down my
business
fingers.
also, and you should be able
Multiple fingers.
to make better decisions based on the logics that we've spoken about.
And I had the question, right? So it allows you to write the description. So basically, does it mean anything? Does it actually give you any mark or anything?
Yes, the grader will look at it, yeah, and the grader will look at it, and the grader should look at it, and even
Cover
if the
going out.
decision is
Not ready
not
yet.
up to mark, not bad or negative,
Enemy
but it is
spotted
not
A.
the best, but your logic is more relevant, I would
Reloading.
consider logic over decision because that's the real world, yeah. Why are we doing all this? We're not doing all this to
Reloading.
make a score. We're doing all this to learn and take prudent decisions at the workplace. Yeah. So for me, a learning lesson and the commentary is more important than the overall score. Yeah, but definitely use that
Shadows
space.
traveling.
Okay, guys. So do it, practice it, and when you come back with a lot of your do's and don'ts, which we will discuss in class.
Okay.
Prepare for hellfire.
Okay, I have a poll to first I'm going to launch it,
Spike planted.
and yeah, you should fill it out.
Shadows
If there's
traveling.
any other question, I will answer it, or else we can close. So I have started the poll, guys.
One
But
enemy
22 of
remaining.
you and all 22 should fill it.
Still in sight.
Cover going out.
You guys are filling, right? Obviously. All my reliable and valid friends have left. Shivam has already gone to the mall. Not Shivam, what is that? What is that? So I think Salil has already gone to the mall, yes. Shivam, you're there, huh? After your heavy breakfast.
I also completed the poll as well.
Okay,
So-
very good, thank you.
So if he's going much before the time, then it is definitely not his friend.
Oh yes, absolutely. Well interpreted, yeah. And yeah, it's definitely not his friends, and it's definitely not for what he went.
So dead.
Cover going out.
It's about 18 of you guys.
Shadows traveling.
All right, 94% of you have done it. Everybody has done it now. That's super awesome.
Blinding.
Great guys, thank you so much and good luck, and we'll see you again next week. Yeah? Take care and enjoy your time now with friends and family. And if you visit Salil, then tell him that he was remembered in class.
Thank you.
Take care, bye. Bye bye. See you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Last player standing. Spike down. Defender spawn.
We are strong because we are together. Don't forget that.
The time today, one of them, and
We did Mike.
so
तेरे बाबा
So what are the challenges that are faced by the manager? This is a battery operations that it has. They have a product AGM, and this product is doing very well for the organization. So which they have invested in this product. It is their grosser, it is their code seller, and it's doing well, and it is contributing to the market share in terms of growth. While it is contributing to the market share, what it is trying to do is it wants to invest into a super capacitor product at this stage, because it knows that the lifespan of the AGM is going to be limited. With the lifespan of the AGM, it wants to build its succession, build its progress with regards to the super capacitor. The AGM is a fantastic product. They are doing well, but what the customers would like to see is a little better energy density. That's the feature that they are probably wanting, and recharge time. Okay, whilst you want to develop your super capacitor, what you want to also look at is how are you going to allocate resources towards innovation, towards R&D, so that your super capacitor is ready by the time your AGM market plateaus or matures, and then you can smoothly move to a super capacitor to meet the needs and requirements of your audience. The decision that you will grapple with in the beginning, and this is the a lot of your earlier batches have also said that, so it's better to talk about it now. Would you be investing only in super capacitors at the cost of AGM? AGM is already there, established, but would you consider investments in AGM, or would you consider investments in super capacitor only? That's the decision you got to make. And if you do invest in both, how would your proportions of investment be? Would it be 50-50, or would it be more skewed towards super capacitors than AGM? If you want to invest in super capacitors, which you should, what kind of innovation are you going to invest in terms of the features? Would you feature more sophisticated features, or would you provide more basic
One
features?
enemy remaining.
So that's the decision that you will have to make. Also, when you invest in AGM, what are your investments going to focus on? Are they going to be enhancements of the product? Are they going to be enhancements of the processes? And you'll have to take that decision as a strategy manager going forward.
Can I get a drop?
Alongside this, the other decision that you have on board is, are all our customers' needs met? And this is important because you have to be customer centric. And while you're customer centric, you want to make sure that you are you have understood their needs, and as you've understood their needs, you want to ensure that your product and service offerings is in line with customer needs and expectations.
Reload.
Market demand forecast. Now, how easy or difficult do you think it is to estimate market demand, guys? Is it very easy or is it very difficult nowadays?
Very difficult.
And why would you say that? Because
Volatility in the market and the external, or I would say pestle impact.
very good. I'm glad you used that word. Volatility in the environment, specifically the pestle impact on decision making. And as a result of which, what looked good yesterday may completely be irrelevant today. And that's the world that we are living in.
One enemy remaining.
World that we are living in, which is complete disrupted, which is completely new for us, and we don't know how to work with us. And therefore, the decision is go as per logic, and that logic is as per current needs and requirements of our customers. Okay. Now, before we progress a bit more, let's understand the concept of customer need, want, and demand. Quickly, what do we understand by customer needs?
What customer is actually needing, what is sufficient to solve their problem.
Okay. So, a stupid question. Do you need a smartphone?
Oh no, I need something to call.
So, but do you need a smartphone? The question is that.
I don't need a smartphone. I want, or it is other pieces. I desire the smartphone.
So do you have a smartphone?
I do have a smartphone, yes.
So sorry for that statement, but if you didn't need one, why do you have one?
Yeah, because I wanted, my needs are only the calling functionality.
Email, hot messages, social media, and all those things. So smartphone is today's world is a necessity.
It's a necessity, yeah. Was it a necessity 10 years ago?
No, that time it was not. It was a luxury at that moment. But now, today's world, it is necessary.
It's a necessity, yeah. So, what is the need? You need something because...
Cover going out.
Right.
To get the services of that product, day-to-day work, or can say, maybe
I need this, and I need this because I don't have it.
30 seconds left.
It's a state of deprivation.
One enemy remaining.
That's three.
Okay, and if you need it, you will want it. Want it means if that need is repeated,
Last player standing.
It's recurring, it's continuous, then it becomes the want.
Spike planted.
And when that want is supported by purchasing power, it becomes a demand. Now, in the past, businesses would say we are aligning ourselves to customer demand.
Clutch.
As long as the customer has the purchasing power, it is given. Today, they're saying we are aligning ourselves to customer needs.
These guns we use are okay, but I will also bring my own.
Okay, and that need, interestingly, is implicit or explicit needs of the customer. And the difficulty is to understand the explicit need. The difficulty is to understand the implicit needs of the customer. Okay. And sometimes businesses are told, they come up with strategies to create a need that does not exist. Okay, but sometimes their phrase also saying they fulfilled a need which was a pain point for us. So any need that is going to benefit the customer and provide customer convenience is going to be successful. But any need which is not going to provide customer convenience, instead going to optimize costs, that is not going to be successful.
Shadows traveling.
Yeah, so need, want, and demand. So when you are looking at it from the AGM perspective or from the the supercapacitor perspective, I want you to look at it from the point of view of customer need and not customer demand.
One enemy remaining.
My ult's ready.
Okay. Now, currently, your
Attackers win.
supercapacitors are not needed. Am I correct?
Reloading.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So if they don't need it, what are you going to do? You believe that they don't need it today, but they will need it tomorrow.
Correct.
And as a result of which, when you develop the product, investing in R&D, be developing it wisely. Don't overdo it. Don't underdo it. Do as per needs. And for that, a lot of that market information on customer needs is what you have to refer to while you do this exercise. And as a result of all this, you'll be able to respond to these continuous changes in the marketplace to understand the needs better.
Okay, sir. So do we also need to understand about the market forecasting principles also?
No, you don't have to do anything. You have to take a decision, and the forecast will come to you. It will calculate and do it at the back end based on the decisions that you inputted.
Based on the decisions, the market forecasting will automatically pop.
And these decisions are based on how much you're spending on R&D, how much.
हाँ
बीच बीच में अपने बड़े भाई को पकड़ाया था खेलने।
अच्छा
क्या रे
हमारी में सबकी आवाज बड़ी कम आ रही है।
गेमिंग कैफे में बैठा है?
नहीं, वापस बोलते रहो। मैं इनकमिंग वॉल्यूम एडजस्ट कर रहा हूँ, बीच में तुम चिल्ला देते हो ना, कान फटते हैं। एक कोई आदमी बात करते रहो प्लीज।
Match found.
ठीक है, चलो हो गया।
फ्रैक्चर
क्या लेने का रे?
ड्यूलिस्ट
5 ड्यूलिस्ट ले गया।
हाँ
लेना है क्या? लेना है क्या 5 ड्यूलिस्ट?
हाँ भाई।
हाँ चलो फिर।
तूने कितने स्किन ले ली रे? तो
वैंडल फैंटम बस
नहीं, मतलब वैंडल की कितनी? एक थी ना तेरे पास वैंडल पहले?
सबकी चार ले ली।
यही है।
कौन कौन सी? ओनी?
अरे यही है बस।
ओनी नेपच्यून आया और वो बैटल पास वाली 4।
अच्छा, बैटल पास भी ले।
you're spending on product features, how much you're spending on production, how much you're incurring your costs, and marketing expenses. All this gets inputted by you. I think there are 6 items that you have to input on, and then the output will come in terms of your profitability.
One question, if I may. But with this strategy, won't we be always like every time we do something will break?
See you in the front
Won't
lines,
that
Phoenix.
won't there be
Save some enemies for
a
me.
big pressure to really see that, hey, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? How do we deal with this?
Okay. You are always going to see yesterday AGM was required. Tomorrow super capacitor will be required.
Right.
For that, you have to start preparing for it today.
Correct.
Right? And that is based on today's customer needs and requirements. And this is what you have to live in. Now, suddenly while you're doing this, it should not. But in case you believe there is no demand for supercapacitors, there is a demand for a high-tech EV, AV kind of a or robotic capacitor for that matter. Then you have to channel your direction in that area. Yeah.
125
So that is basically what you need to consider while you're making your decisions towards building supercapacitors again at the cost of AGM.
Last player standing.
शदाब तो नहीं लच रहा था अभी 50 रुपए की
Diffusing.
So your role basically is currently the role of the president of Backpay International, and you're manufacturing absorbed glass mat, and that's your AGM batteries.
I'm saving.
Which has a sophisticated product line. It's meeting the needs and requirements of your customers. And now what you're beginning to understand is that today's need is going to disrupt tomorrow, and therefore as a proactive businessman organization, you want to invest in supercapacitors.
Careful now.
Clear about the background and the need? Continue. So that's what you need to keep in the mind as you move ahead, and therefore today's decision, whether it's going to be relevant tomorrow or not, and that's the risk we all play, because that's the risk the market is imposing on us. This is important also. After a certain time, your sales in AGM is going to decline. And when your sales in AGM is going to decline, what is going to pick up at that point of time is the super capacitor. Yeah. So as you can see here, in your year 4, in your year 3 or year 4, your AGM sales are going to decline, and your super capacitor sales get picked up in year 4, or rather in year 5, and then in year 6.
We get a pick. We move in. Got it?
Okay, so that you have to bear in mind, that this is going to end and something else is going to start, and we are going to invest in that something else today.
Need a drop. Thanks.
No, Nitin, you won't have this PPT at that time. This is mainly put together to understand the logic. So when you come back after practice next week, the discussion will be far in terms of what are the challenges that you faced, and how are you going to make better decisions. And today, the discussion should be understood, because this is the mindset I want you to use in progress in relationship. Those who use this mindset have got a better output than those who have done a lot of trial and error. They've realized doing this might work, and that is how it's
Spike down A.
Now, if you want to give, if you want to spend in R&D, which you are spending to meet the needs and requirements of the customers, will you give them sophisticated features?
अबे या तो चला जाए heaven.
Or will you give them basic features?
starting situations, I think only the basic features is needed.
Yes.
In the
Why?
One enemy
Because
remaining.
It is always starting
drop
in
it, drop it.
Last player
phase.
standing.
Basic features is
Fake
at most important. Later we can focus on the sophisticated part.
Correct. Because okay.
It's not a need.
30 seconds
It's
left.
not a need as of now.
As of now, and hence there is no appreciation for it.
Yeah.
Hence,
B
you can gradually, as the people become comfortable with your product, your need will evolve. So don't overdo the product features at this point of
10
time.
seconds
in the
left.
Initial years, as you're spending in R&D, and that is a good thought to keep in mind. Okay. Super capacitors in the will be sold at a negative gross margin in the beginning. Why? Because they only pick up later on. But when they pick up, your AGM no longer is relevant in the market. So invest early is what I would say. And how much do you want to invest in R&D? You need to make a logical decision there between supercapacitors and AGM. So R&D is a challenge that you want to look at. So for example, how much do you want? These are the features that you would have. How much do you want to spend on energy density versus recharge cycle? These are the features. Yeah. And how much of this do you want to spend on each one of them to be able to yield the right results? Will you overdo for all of them? The answer is no. Just now we talked about it. Will you do what is the customer needs? So look at the customer need and then invest accordingly onto your features. We will get the best scores and we will talk about this.
Going up.
What is your evaluation criteria? Are you aware of it, right?
No charges left. Careful now.
Highest cumulative.
Come on, let's go.
No, it's not profit. It is highest cumulative revenue. That is your evaluation criteria, yeah? Not profit. So please bear in mind. High cumulative revenue.
Last player standing.
Because they are not making you responsible for costs.
One enemy remaining.
Yes.
20p.
Another problem that you go through is information.
Anyone else taking killer guard?
Information overload. And therefore, the principles of information diet are important for you to follow. Now, when you follow the principles of information diet, follow these two rules. It's going to help you during a simulation. Whatever information that you're using, is it reliable? And second, is it valid? What do you mean by reliability of information, guys?
Worth saving.
Dal, rice.
Dal and rice, okay. Salil, what do you plan to do after this class?
Hello.
Sir, I will go to the mall for the shopping.
You will go and enjoy at the mall, huh? Okay. With your friend or friends?
With my friend, actually.
Should I ask it? Okay, so you're going to have an evening out with your friend.
Don't hold back.
Yeah.
Alright, very good. And Shivam, what did you have for breakfast today?
I was going outside for the chole.
That's what you had for breakfast today. Okay. Now, are they all valid answers?
Spike down A.
How?
Prepare for hell. We heard it from the mother phone.
Okay, that's what. Any other? Okay.
Last player standing.
Today, he says, I had dal and rice for lunch today. Is that a valid answer? We've still heard it from the horse's mouth.
No, it is invalid.
Why is it invalid, Salil?
Because we didn't there with him.
There with him meaning?
अगर हम उनके साथ होते तो that data will be the valid because there is a proof that we have saw.
Okay. So when you're going out with your friend also, there is no proof. You're not going to send police after you to check it, but we believe you, right? Of the two, which is the better answer to the question? Where are you going to go to after class? And the answer is, I will go with whatever friends. I will socialize with them. That's the answer. I had dal and rice for lunch. That's the answer.
Socialize.
And why socialize, Khushbu? Because you said it.
Begins.
No, because Salim said that. That he'll go.
Salim said to me, so which is the valid thing.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe.
Relevant.
Yeah.
It is not relevant.
Yeah, Joe. Bhai. Yeah, Joe.
Therefore, it's answering the question. It is answering the objective. So when you take decisions of R&D, what information will you look at should be relevant to your decision of R&D in terms of customer needs and their features. When you're looking at the AGM and the supercapacitor demand, you must look at the best analysis for it.
My
So
ultimate's
relevant
ready.
information.
One
to
enemy
answer
remaining.
Objectives. And here's the catch. Whatever is accurate or reliable need not be valid. But whatever is valid must definitely be reliable.
Fair enough.
So follow these rules of reliability and validity when you are taking these decisions.
Okay.
Clear, everybody? Any questions? So too much of information will be an overload, and you will have to work with that to be able to reduce it, to be able to make it reliable and valid. And after a point of time, you'll say, there is so much, but none of this is relevant, so what do I do? If none of this is relevant, pick something which is close to relevancy and use that.
Help that old man find his grave.
Disruptive innovation. What do we understand by this fancy word, disruptive innovation?
It will change the horizon tree altogether.
Yes, it is going to change the way we work it. Okay. Any other?
We transfer the BMPA.
Come on, let's go.
It can change the whole priority of a company.
It can change the whole priority, direction, and then the strategy.
One enemy remaining.
That's necessary. Nice.
Can
Which is this corrupt? It's mine, and I will kill it.
Correct. It can change, and that change can lead to a new demand in the market, which is an opportunity. Yeah. So, can I say supercapacitors are going to create a disruptive innovation?
Thank you. Can I get a drop? Thanks.
They're going to, because there is no demand, there is no need, there is no requirement for it currently. So if I tell you this is good for you, half of you will say bullshit, I don't want it. Some of you will say, oh, I'll have to see it. But unless you experience it, unless you need it, you cannot push it.
Reload.
Therefore, it's going to create a disruption. Because tomorrow, your customers are going to want it, and this product will be available for them. So it's like a gaming example. Currently, you've introduced a gaming app that is what is used by your customers. So your target customers are. Your gaming app is used by users.
Young player who do the gaming.
Young players. Young players don't have hands, is it?
Last player standing. Spike down B.
And holders are what? They are not engaged at all.
Very few.
Very few. So, Kaushik, do you play game?
Time to jump.
Yeah.
You're old, huh?
Nowadays, actually, yeah.
This is crazy. It feels like we've been doing this forever.
I'm that much old, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So, what we are trying to say here is, world, your target customer is players or users. You want to expand the customer base by attacking or attracting non-users. And I invest in R&D. And I give them sophisticated gaming console, features, do this, do that, throw in, throw out, and I want to give them a beautiful user experience. So I give them advanced VR, games, and all of that. Will the non-users?
No. But sophisticated features only for the users.
Correct. So when I'm developing features for the non-users, I give them basic features such as ease of playing, use of the console, things like that.
Last player standing.
Correct, because the more sophisticated your features are, the more costly your affair is. And if you're adding on to cost, you're going to deplete your profits. And remember, AGM still exists.
Yes, yes.
Spike plan.
Fun.
So that is
One
what we talk
enemy
about
remaining.
as disruptive innovation.
Stop
That is
it,
the
stop
decision that you want to make as far as supercapacitors are concerned. R&D is never ending. It's like a white elephant. How much you want to spend?
30
you can
seconds
spend,
left.
But you want to make it prudent by saying this is what is going to help me achieve my objectives better. So I don't want to go beyond it.
I have this bike.
So again, the same thing to reiterate. Carefully
Flash,
manage your
flash,
R&D
flash.
expenses for
10
both
seconds left.
supercapacitors and AGMs. Now, when you do it for supercapacitors, look at features that are basic and not advanced, in line with what your customers are needing. So this is going to be a key.
Need a drop.
Managing the R&D investment is the key to delivering performance. For example, supercapacitors would, if they need high energy density, then offer that and not something sophisticated.
I got you, bruv.
So again, reinforcing, manage your R&D investments between supercapacitors and AGMs wisely. Thinking about platform, about your platform, focus areas are very key. What do you want to focus on? A classic mistake is made is do you want to spread out? Do you want to spend a lot of money on projects, or do you want to specialize on one or two projects only? Please spend on projects only that are going to help your goals. Don't spend on anything because they seem to be good, because they also come with a cost. Okay, so perhaps staying specialized in a few areas would help rather than going broad-based in all areas. Obviously, you got to manage on a day-to-day basis.
Enemy spotted B.
Nice flash. Enemy differentiation should command and this product differentiation should drive
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Profit or market share.
30 seconds
profit
left.
or market share, but eventually or ultimately you're going to be evaluated on
revenue.
Cumulative revenue. Yeah.
Last round in the half.
And this is here.
Lose
This is
everything
your
after this.
cumulative revenue,
Spend
which
it.
is revenue that comes from AGM plus revenue that comes from SC.
Reloading. Need a drop.
Here.
So here you can look at your contribution margin. These are charts that will come out of your
Reloading.
decision. So I don't want to get into this at this stage. We can look at it once you practice and come back next week saying this is what our specific
Come on, let's
values are.
go.
Enemy spawn.
Forecasting sales, this is a function out of the R&D investments that you would have done.
Cutting, no charges.
You cannot estimate sales if you are living in a flux world where you don't know what the demand is for the product. And especially of a product that you need to make that system.
Spike planted.
You may get fired also. And if you are missing your sales targets by a lot of numbers,
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
come back into the game by again proving this. So if you've lost money 3 years in a row, it's a loss for you.
Switching
You
sides.
won't get fired in the 4th year for sure.
They want to dance?
So cumulative profit is a good measure. No, for us, we have looked at not cumulative profit, which is to be, and but they're wanting you to measure you on cumulative revenues. Okay, any conceptual questions? So one more time to summarize it: 2 products. AGM is your current flagship product. Future planned product is supercapacitors. You are working for the organization, and you are working as a president of Backpay International, basically, and you're going to make a decision towards AGM. AGMs are your prime hotcakes, hot property, but no longer going to be there in the future, and therefore you want to invest in supercapacitors, which has no demand or very little demand today. or rather, very little need today. The challenges that you got to do is R&D projects
Spike planted.
between AGM and supercapacitor, between sophisticated and basic features. Number 2, how much do you want to spend on features? For are you going to go with basics? Are you going to go with advanced? What are you going to do?
Last player standing.
Number 3 is projects. Will you spend a lot on projects, or will you spend wisely across projects? Specialized or general?
We're here because we're the best.
I'm saving.
Okay.
The last point, specialized and general. Can you please elaborate?
There are too many projects that you can choose to invest in, yeah. But you want to invest in all these projects, or will you only invest in a few projects which are going to be in line with your basic objectives?
Time to jump.
And one more question, like,
Careful now.
should we believe the news in simulation? It is written that there is some news will come in every.
Is it reliable? Is it reliable?
That is the question that you have to ask. And more importantly, is it valid?
Okay. Validity, at least we can understand that it is related to my product, related to the environment, or it is related to the battery technology at all. So
correct.
That judgment we can do, but is it reliable? Like, you can.
So suppose if you have only one source, treat it as reliable.
Last
but if you have
player
many
standing.
sources, see what is the best way to administer or to. If it's a government source, obviously it is reliable.
Spike planted. Team A.
So use your judgment there.
Like every, like, if like in simulation also news cannot be reliable every time.
Yes, and that is the challenge you will have, because later on you will get so much news and you will not know which of this is relevant also.
Understand. My understanding was like, if it is simulation and they are giving any news, means it's reliable.
Yeah, but that is the test that they're doing with you of information overload.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the simulation has
Let's go.
A constraint that you can't spend on R&D. The R&D spending should be at 3% of the revenue as far as your projects are concerned. So anyway, the back end will do this. Okay, any other questions?
No, from
Forever. Bench.
Spike planted.
So for your project spending, use your aggregate project planning tool like we spoke about. This is going to help align your resources on projects in line with your overall strategy. So choose a project that links up to your strategy, otherwise don't choose a project.
I got your backs. Just, from the front.
Yeah. So you'll have probably, I think, you'll have breakthrough projects where there are significant changes or breakthroughs in your technology and processes. You'll have platform projects which will help you reach out to new customers. So do you want to take breakthrough projects which are going to disrupt the economy, but not economy, sorry, the market, or do you want platform projects help you reach to your non-customers? It seems like you should want
platform projects.
Going up. Watch your eyes. Flash.
So indirectly, what we mean by that is that when we are in the VUCA world,
Last player standing.
bring clarity. Take your bet on something which will give you some reliable result rather than VUCA decision which we don't know how to come out.
Correct. Yeah, and therefore we say from total confusion, you must bring some clarity out of it.
Okay.
Just a query. Like this simulation, like expect us to be disruptive, or this simulation is expect us to be like more sophisticated.
This is strategy.
Conservative.
That is exactly your approach will take. But this simulation is expecting you to be a prudent manager, to take wiser decisions, at times of disruptive world around us.
Watch your eyes.
140, 140.
Monster on the loose.
Yeah, I hope it means
इसके
something.
नेड है, इसके नेड इतने अच्छे होते हैं.
So sir, I think you can also
Last player standing.
No, you are anyway.
Over here.
तीनों का.
Fake teleport.
You are anyways chosen. You've anyways
Attackers
chosen to be
win.
disruptive.
अरे
Because
वो
you're
मेरे
investing
को
in
contest कर दिया.
supercapacitor. And that's a disruptive technology already.
हर round
Because
contest
there's
हो
no
रहा
need for it. It will become disruptive when people switch and you know adopt it. Yeah. So the basic premise of this is disruption is bound to happen.
खेलना एक और.
नहीं नहीं.
Okay. But is that disruption fruitful or not?